Last year, during the EU Referendum, I ran the student component of the Vote Leave campaign. We were very clear what our message was. It was one of internationalism. It was one of open globalism rather than what we considered to be narrow regionalism. But I feel like the two sides of this referendum don't understand one another. We have Remainers who have a stereotyped view of what all 17.5 million people that voted Leave are like. And we have a Leave view of what all the, metropolitan liberal elite are like. And they're both wrong. The UK is one of the most free trading countries in the world. The people of the United Kingdom believe in low tariffs, in specialisation. Too many countries within the EU have been holding us back from engaging with the rest of the world. And I really want everyone to come out of this experience, these 2 years of what could be considered national renewal, with a much more open, globalist, and free trading future. And the problem is, that might not happen. That might not happen if we in this room tonight sit back and subscribe to Donald Trump and Nigel Farage's view of what Leave voters are. Nigel Farage desperately wants 17.5 million people in this country to believe with him, but let me tell you, they do not. Not every Leave voter subscribes to a UKIP ideology of the world. Nigel Farage wants that to be true. Some die-hard Remainers want that to be true. It simply is not. If it was true, UKIP would have got far more than one seat at the last general election. The people of this country are open and tolerant and inclusive. If you look at attitudes to migration across Europe, Britain is consistently one of the top 3 most welcoming countries in Europe. Far more welcoming than many other regions of the world as well. If you look at the British Social Attitudes Survey, the peak of concern about migration wasn't 2016, it was 2030. People are more positive towards migration now than they were before the referendum. These are facts that don't get through to a lot of people a lot of the time. A lot of the time the media agenda is hijacked by people like Donald Trump and Nigel Farage on one side, and people like AC Graney on the other side, who desperately want all Leavers to be narrow-minded, parochial, backwards kippers. People from all parties and none voted Leave. People from all parties and none voted Remain. On the Remain side, you had Goldman Sachs bankers working side by side with Green Party activists. On the Leave side, you had the trade unionist and socialist coalition working alongside free marketeer groups like the Institute of Economic Affairs. Both sides of this debate span all types of people. And until we realise that, we're not going to be able to move forward as a country. We're not going to be able to move forward as a people unless we just learn to get over it a bit. Learn to see some of the new opportunities, the new horizons that we can reach. Everyone needs to stand up and be counted. Everyone needs to accept the result of the referendum, because only then can our voices be heard in the shaping of it. If we want to stand up for a tolerant, inclusive, liberal, open-minded, free-trading Britain in the next 10 years as well as the last 10, we need to get involved in this process, and we need to accept the referendum.